Sorry, my microphone is dead. That's the reason why the people on YouTube are not hearing anything. Oh my goodness. Are you hearing me now? You see why I like when you guys join in? So we can bake with you live on YouTube, I bake. Oh, nice. That is lovely. Of course. Right, do you think this is a match? I think so. Let me get my hands cleaned. So maybe that's the reason why my YouTube viewers aren't joining, because they weren't hearing me. Crazy me. Oh, that is so sweet, Claudia. Alright, I have this. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my piping bag. I think I'm going to use this piping tip. So this is a set of frill piping tip that I bought from Amazon. My YouTube viewers, are you hearing me now? I realize you weren't hearing earlier. Are you hearing now? And I'm going to fill my piping bag. A cute little way of filling your piping bag is to just form in your hand like a little C. Put it around the piping bag. Pull the piping bag over your hand. So your hand is acting like a little funnel. And yeah. Oh, tell me if you're hearing now, sugar. I never realized that the thing died. Hello, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Alright, I just want to test this piping tip before I move forward. Alright. I'm happy with it. Amazing. Thank you, sugar. Hi, Afia. Good morning, darling. Right, so I've got this piping tip ready, that piping tip ready. I'm just going to add a little bit of icing whitener to this to make it a little whiter. So we add a little bit of purple. It's a frill piping tip. Alright, I definitely need some icing white now. So I add a little bit of purple. The purple will kind of offset the yellow color. So that's why we add the purple first to offset the yellow undertone. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some icing whitener. This is the icing whitener that I use. It's called Ingenious Edibles. Alright, that's the icing whitener that I use to whiten my icing whenever I'm decorating my cake. So give it a good mix to whiten it, okay? It is a frill piping tip, so it comes in a set of frill piping tip. You know the piping tips that has the cut along the sides? So I bought it from Amazon. It's literally a set that says frill. What I'm going to be doing, once I'm done with these live videos, I'll go to the description to edit the description and put links to all the things that I use in the videos, alright? So it will be easy for you guys to find the things that I use to create the cakes that I create. And as you can see, the buttercream is a lot whiter now. Do you see that? Alright, that is ready. Your YouTube camera is not showing as much as... Oh no! Really? It's this almost the same angle. It's almost the same angle. Alright, let me go and get the cake from the freezer. Alright, this is the cake out of the freezer. I'm gonna go ahead now and cover it with this nice white buttercream. you see that? Ask your questions if you've got any. I'm going to go ahead and pop this cake in the freezer again. While it's in the freezer, I'm going to work on some fondant to cover the cake board. And we're going to work on the other bits that's going on this cake. All right, now that the cake is in, hi, good morning. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much, darling. All right, while that's happening, I'm gonna go ahead and make some little cake toppers. I'm just gonna go ahead and do some little cake toppers, okay? Good morning, Miss B. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys joining over here. All right. I'm gonna get my rolling pin. Aww. I need the watch time on here. Thank you. All right, we're making some little flags. Let's get to 10,000 likes, guys. We're making some little flags. You know, those is a triangular thingy for the cake. Like so, like so, like so, like so, Like so. All right. So they are coming along nicely. I'm just making those into triangles. I want one more. So the celebrant's name gonna go on them, okay? Zari, what's that? Yeah. That's the amount that I want. Do you sometimes make shapes out of cakes? Yes, I do actually. I make some shapes sometimes. I've made a butterfly. I do hearts. I've never done the star. Maybe I should try that for you guys one day, making a star cake. It just looked like a whole lot of waste. Thank you so much, sugar. Oh, thank you guys. Help send the roses, please. I'm just going to cut out the celebrant's name now to put on those. Let me tilt you down a little bit so you can see clearly what I'm doing. What's his name again? Okay. Let me just double check. Okay. K R O Y. Thank you so much to all 1,000 of you that are watching. Like, I really appreciate. Can we get to 10,000 likes, guys? It's kind of weird to have 1,000 people watching a live video and we don't have 10,000, at least 10,000 likes. That's just telling the platform that I really don't like what I'm seeing. This is just an X-Acto knife. Alright, just getting those little bits out. I'm just going to be using some water to attach the name to the flag. I always use water as my glue whenever I am stucking anything together. Just a little bit of water. And the first letter down. A little bit of water and the second letter down. Little. Are you guys seeing? I know it's kind of turned in a weird way, but I need this space here. Let me see if I can move you down a little. So yeah, this is what I'm doing. Perfect. So I've got the name, I've got the banners. Let's just set these aside a little. And we're going to get the cake again, all right? I'm going to go get the cake again. Know that the cake is nice and chilled. Let me put you back. Know that the cake is nice and chilled. I'm gonna go ahead and just try smoothing it down a little bit more. It's gonna be a lot easier to smooth now. There's a little mark on this. That's leaving a line on my cake. Yep. So that's why you don't want to damage your scrapers, okay? Else they'll leave those lines on your cakes. Sometimes you're using the right techniques and everything, but you're using a damaged scraper. So it's making your cake look messy. The video is flickering again. I don't know why. Just gonna go ahead now and cut away the excess buttercream from the top of this cake, okay? I'm not too worried about getting all of the edge of this cake nice and neat because I'm gonna be putting a frill pattern on it. Ready to get that frill on. Are you guys seeing the flickering on YouTube? Yes, you must be seeing it. I'm seeing it. I'm gonna have to sort that. All right. I'm gonna go ahead now. No, I don't freeze the fondant. I just keep the fondant in an airtight container. So cute. Just using a little brush to make it neat. I don't keep the fondant in the fridge, sugar. I just keep the fondant in an airtight container in my cupboard. All right. I'm gonna go ahead now and put the celebrant's name on the cake board, on the cake, all right? I'm gonna have to be very careful with this. Look at that. until it expires, as long as it's well wrapped up in a nice airtight container. Wrap it in cling film and then put it in an airtight container. And once it's nicely wrapped up, you can keep it until it expires. And fondant's got a very, very long expiration date. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and roll some fondant to cover my cake board. If it's your first time joining, hit that follow button. I use the pre-made one. I can make it, have made it, but I get good quality pre-made ones, so I don't stress myself with trying to make it. This is a very good technique in covering your cake with your cake board with fondant, all right? So what I'm doing is that I'm just rolling out the fondant, as you can see here. Make sure you roll your fondant nice and neat. Now I'm going to go ahead, get my little pizza cutter, one of my favorite little tools, this pizza cutter. I'm going to get it and cut a straight edge on one side of the fondant. And I'm just going to start from the front of the cake. And I'm just going to unwrap this fondant around it. Now I've got a cake that's nicely covered. Look at that. Now that my board is covered, I'm going to go around it and make gluten-free dairy. Yes, you have to be very, very careful. Definitely. I'm just cutting away the excess fondant. from around the cake board. Now I'm left with that. Look at that. Isn't this so cute? Mm-hmm. So cute. So cute. All right, we're gonna put the star of the show on top of this cake now. We're gonna put the star of the show on, okay? Look at that. That's going on. I'm just inserting a little stick in the bum of it. Then we're going to insert it into the cake. All right. Oh, look at that. She is so cute. All right. Our little celebrant turned 6 months. So let me see if I find a 6. Thank you. Yes, it is not straight. I want it to be looking like this when it's facing forward. Maybe a little like that. Alright, so I want a big 6. Let's see if I can make one. I'm just trying to freehand cut out a 6, alright? Let me check again. Kroy. Yeah, the spelling is correct. Yeah, I checked it a few times as well because I'm like, is that correct? But yeah. All right, so this is the number 6. I'm gonna put it in the oven, you see? So it hardens. And I think that's it for the cake, guys. No, that's not it. So I'm gonna put that number 6 in the oven. And then once it hardens, I'll put it on the cake. But before we go, I've got some little dots to put on the cake. So all over it. What color ribbon do you think I should put on? And when you put the cake, no, nothing changes once I put the cake in the fridge. So I'm not freezing the finished cake, okay? I'm just putting little dots of fondant around the cake. It's really adding a little bit of character to it. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much. I am Jamaican. What do you think about those? It's really adding something nice to the cake. All right, do we have any price police that want to guess the price of this cake? I know the price police, them always come around, you know. $82.30. Miss Ever Bless, I want you to come and order cakes from me. Eh? I want you to come and order cakes from me now. Linz, you are the closest. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I think this is so cute. So cute. I'm actually loving it. I'm loving it. What color ribbon did you guys say I should add? Yeah, I tell you, it's expensive, eh? And everything is edible. I made that little man that you see on there. I made that cute little man that you see on there, okay? I'm gonna come back and bake again. I'm gonna go shopping first though. I'm gonna drop Octavia off at daycare. Then I'm gonna go shopping to get some cake ingredients. I have a wedding cake tasting session tomorrow, so I'm very excited to meet my lovely couple. And yeah. All right, let me get the ribbon now. All right, I think I found the cutest ribbon. I think I found the cutest ribbon for it. Look at that. Oh, thank you so much, sugar. I don't know, what do you guys think? That one. Or that one. I don't think the black will work. So it's either the blue or the brown. We're having a tie here. So we've got one blue, one brown. Who's gonna break the tie? Who's gonna break the tie? Blue, brown. Oh Lord, 2 people comment again. Right. I think brown is the winner. No, me not even know who win. Hmm? Alright, I'm using my hot glue gun to secure this. If you missed the making of this cake and you want to see it again, go ahead. Yes, they do have them on there. I bought some before. That's the thing, because there are so many people with different allergies, you see? A lot of companies are really pushing allergen-free products, so, which is very good. I'm wondering, I don't think it will hold, but no. Alright, I think blue win now. With all the comments, I think blue's taken the lead. With all the comments about blue, I think blue has taken the lead. Alright. I'm just heating up my hot glue gun. We're going to start applying the ribbon. And as you can see, adding a ribbon to your cake really takes your cakes to a whole new level. Yeah, the cake is nice and cute as it is, but just look at the difference that adding a simple piece of ribbon add to the cake. Just look at the big difference. Look at the big difference that adding one little piece of ribbon. See, you just tie the whole cake design together. Make everything nice and neat. That's it. This is so cute, right? So this is the 6. I popped it in the oven. It's nice and hard now, but you need to let it cool down, all right? just gonna let it cool down and then put it onto the cake. Thank you so much. Hi Rani, where have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. Why have you abandoned me? Hmm? Why have you abandoned me? Hmm? That's not nice. All right, lovies, if you have any questions at all, please ask them down below in the comment section and I will answer them. If you have any videos that you'd like for me to do, please just let me know. Remember to hit the subscribe button, hit the follow buttons, like and share my video, and yeah. This is gonna go right here. But it's still a little bit warm. It's just coming out of the oven, so because it's so nice and warm, it will melt my buttercream. Please, how did you do the edge of the cake? I use this piping tip. So this is the edge of the cake. And I just use this frill piping tip. It has a slit down the side. Because it has a slit down the side, it makes buttercream come out the side as well. And you just slowly pipe and let the buttercream, oh. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. Slowly pipe. See? It's called a frill piping tip. Creates beautiful, beautiful frills on the edge of your cake. You are welcome. All right, this is still very hot. I'm gonna go ahead now, guys, and get my baby to daycare. Go Aldi to do some shopping because I have a lot of baking to get done today. Again. And I have some flowers to make today as well. So you all can join me again for that. Somebody did say to put something on the teddy bear's head. What did you want me to put on again? On top of his hat, I'll just put a popcorn. A popcorn on his head. Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna use the same brown to put a little something on the head. Yeah, look at that. That's cute. And then we've got that. That's it. That's the beautiful cake. If you have any questions, ask them down below. I'll see you guys later, all right? Thank you so much. This is gonna go to the fridge. Guys, if you want to see how I made this teddy bear in a car situation that's going on there, please rewatch my YouTube live video from last night. This is a cookies and cream cake with cookies and cream filling and vanilla buttercream. And it's for a 6-month-old celebration, all right? And I love it. I love it so much. Do you want to see the inspiration photo that was sent? And let me show you the inspiration photo. That's the inspiration photo. And that's mine. Inspiration, mine. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, lovies, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon. I have some sugar flowers to make. I have a cake tasting platter to put together for my couple for tomorrow. And I've got some cakes to bake. All right, so I'll let you guys join me while I do that. Once I take Octavia to daycare and I go do some shopping, I hand over this cake, I'll join you back on live, okay?